This is an old Sunline, just a regular little tow-behind camper. So what we did here, we had some rot going down here, so we replaced this whole thing all the way down. And then about 14 or so inches, we cut the rot off there, and I made this little box assembly to go in here to give it strength. We're going to replace that insulation in there tomorrow. This truss was bad, so we replaced the truss in here. Actually, this is some of it right here that was all rotted. There's the bottom side of the truss over here, so just took that one out. And this one, what we did is just strengthened up. It's just this portion right here that's bad. We can't get any screws to go in there, so we just sistered it back up. You can see we glued it in, and then we also screwed it in. So it's nice and tight. It'll be real strong now. This is an edge banding, connects all the trusses together. We replaced that as well. So some of the things I wanted to show you though, you can see this roof here. Let me show you this one in particular. The decking on this thing is really bad. Let's come over here to our, if you even want to call it decking, it's actually cardboard. There's no decking under there. That's cardboard. Right there. See it? It's not thin layer of plywood. They've used little pieces of like OSB here and a few scattered about to kind of screw down the vents. But the rest of it, it's all cardboard. So you wouldn't really want to walk on this. Here's another piece of it over here. See if we can get that for you. So you can see what it is. It's just literally, it is cardboard. If that was wood, it would be cracking. But it's just cardboard. You can roll it right up. It's probably the cheapest thing I've seen in a long time. But like I said, they put some OSB in there for like the antenna. Little piece of Luan in there for the vent. And there's this vent over this way as well. So we're going to strip this off, redeck it, put it all back together for them. But we got most of the rot situation. For an older camper, I'm actually surprised that there wasn't more rot on this thing. Typically, especially on the older ones that are corrugated like this aluminum, usually they're rotted all the way down those corners. So we'll get some decking on this tomorrow. We've got the roof all cut out, got all the components all made, so we should be able to move along pretty good tomorrow on this. All right, and we're back. We are giving you an update on our little Sunline. We got the decking all down. It all fastened down, glued, and secured down there. We use staples. These are special staples that are designed for sheathing. If you use screws, you'll end up splitting the little trusses. It's counterproductive. What we put on here is called radiant barrier sheathing. It's a foil face. It goes down like that, so it will reflect the UV light a little better. So that, coupled with the system we use, the TPO, this thing should stay pretty cool. We're going to get ready to glue it down. These are our protective strips. It's the same material. We just cut it off the roll. They're going to be going on the edges like this to protect this sharp metal right here. We're going to protect it from that. The main roofing. It'll go on the back as well. It'll also go on all the joints right here to cover them all on that OSB. More to come. All right, there's our little Sunline. So we got this all stitched back, and we already showed you that, but then we just sprayed some mold kill on there. That's more of a discoloration, but we still sprayed some on there nonetheless to make sure it's all set. Now we're getting ready to put the deck on here. And like most of them that we find, here's the 120 line, services the air conditioner. We put one of the bushings in there because this was already compromised. Let's see if you can see it. It starts chafing. There's a little metal, see that metal piece right there? They don't protect the wire from that. And that's what we wanted to show you. We got that in there. Everything else looks pretty good. Everything else looks like we're about ready to rock and roll and get her done. Stay tuned, more to come from RV Roof Install Movie Studios.
Okay, we are back with our Sunline right here. We put a new deck on, and what we're doing now is finishing putting on the deck. So putting a nice glue on all the wood, and we replaced some of the joists, or scabbed into them, so it's got a great hold to it. But just showing you that, you know, you always got to glue this stuff down, that way it don't rack too much. All right.
Video of the Sunline. I can see one plumbing right here. Here's our little Sunline. We've already got one side glued. And now we're going to pull the other side back, and we'll glue that as well, and then we'll roll it. That's what we're doing now, is just rolling it out. Nice heavy 110-pound roller. Here's our Sunline. What we're doing now is just putting the second layer on. You can see we got our strips, or it's not our second layer, we're doing the second half, the other half. We're just getting some glue on it. We've got all our buffer strips covering all the joints. We've also got them right there along the edge here, and you can see the ones going up there. We've got all that protecting it. We want to protect the main roof from that aluminum siding right there. That's why we put them on the edge. So we're just gluing this down, this main piece. We already did the other one. We'll roll it back, and then we'll take a big roller and we'll squash it back down just like we did the other side. This is our little Sunline. We are all done. We got some covers on the vents. Got our curbs put in. Everything's obviously all heat welded. There was an antenna right here, so we just put a little button on there with a letter A, drill a hole right there. If somebody decides they ever want to put the antenna back on, they don't have to start searching through the whole thing. We've got it all sealed up, 2 layers along the edge here. Once you get that, again, we had all these heat welded in here. Everything's all done. We got our front piece counter flash on our air conditioner. This is how we do the regular. There's a radio antenna we put together, another boot, so it doesn't leak. You don't have issues back here with that. Got our stand on the back to give some balance to the air conditioner. We get our brand on here. Month, date, April 18. So she is good to go. Probably could use a little washing perhaps, I guess. We already washed it out once. Looks like someone got up here a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but we'll tidy all that up. Do the same thing, the same flanges here. We changed the lid out. Any water trying to get up here is going to hit this and roll out and around, coming from the other way, which way ever it's blowing. That's about it. She's about ready to roll.